Before we continue with the rest of the video, we could use your help. Click that like button to help spread the word about watchJojo, and also be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. This tortoise badly damaged her shell in a bushfire, but how they fixed her up is mind-blowing. It's a fact that tortoises rely on their distinctive shells for protection, so when Freddy the tortoise lost around 85% of her shell in a devastating bushfire, her chances of survival didn't look good. Indeed, the poor tortoise's injuries were so horrific that it seemed likely that the little animal would have to be put to sleep. But then an incredible team of animal lovers came to Freddy's rescue with a life-saving and truly remarkable solution. It all started when Freddy the tortoise was found on the roadside in 2015. She was not only terribly burnt, but also practically shellless. Tragically, the ferocious blaze had ripped through the tortoise's home in Brazil, leaving the slow-moving reptile without her protective armor. Certainly, poor Freddy had been through a lot, and to make things worse, after the fire, the badly burnt animal had endured a whole 45 days without any food at all. Additionally, the brave little tortoise had also battled through pneumonia twice. Once discovered, though, the critically injured tortoise was taken to Brasilia to see Dr. Rodrigo Rebelo, a professor of wild animals. And it was then that, despite being a female tortoise, she was given the name Freddy because of her resemblance to a certain horror movie character. When we saw the animal in that state, we said, "Wow, it looks like Freddy Krueger," Dr. Rebelo told Brazilian news station Fantástico. But despite her new horror show nickname, Freddy had at last found herself in safe hands. Because Dr. Rebelo is actually part of a group of volunteer veterinary professionals who go by the name Animal Avengers. This talented team had managed to combine a passion for both animals and science in order to help nurse seriously hurt creatures back to health. The group is made up of a number of medical and creative professionals, including vets Dr. Rodrigo Rebelo, Roberto Fecchio, Sergio Camargo, and Mateos Rebelo, designer Chichiro Morales, and dental specialist Paul Miyamoto. We first came together as friends because of our common love of science and our love for animals, Dr. Fecchio told the Huffington Post. Little Freddy was actually the Animal Avengers' first ever patient, and when the crackpot team of experts set about brainstorming how best to help the tortoise, they arrived at a pretty innovative solution. In the first project of its kind, the talented team managed to completely redesign and build a brand new shell for Freddy. To begin with, designer Morales took 3D photographs of the injured tortoise from all angles and then compared them to a healthy tortoise. Morales then used the images to put together a model of a new shell, which was scanned into a computer. Next, the design was printed out in 4 individual pieces using a 3D printer. The corn-based plastic pieces were then pieced together and placed onto Freddy's back to form a complete covering. The tortoise now had his armor back again, but there was just one problem. The new shell wasn't exactly Freddy's color. In fact, it was completely white. And so to make Freddy look more like her old self, the Animal Avengers hired artist Yuri Caldera to add some much-needed color to her new outfit. Caldera made sure to use a special, non-toxic paint that wouldn't wear off, and he cleverly repainted the armor with a distinctive tortoise print that should help camouflage her from predators too. Freddy is now the proud owner of the world's first 3D printed shell, and that's not the only new home she's gained, because the freshly shelled survivor is now residing with Dr. Rebelo too. The groundbreaking tortoise is recovered well after her operation, and she was soon able to crawl about, albeit slowly, just like she was before the fire. In fact, Freddy's innovative new shell seems to have given her a whole new lease on life. This is a mark in veterinary medicine, Freddy's new owner told Fantástico. From now on, we'll have a new age, especially when it comes to wild animals. And there's another happy ending to this story. The Animal Avengers are now using 3D printing to help other animals in need too. In fact, since working on Freddy, the group have managed to save 6 other animals who would otherwise have been put down. Using state-of-the-art technology, the team have been able to create new beaks for 3 toucans, a goose, and a parrot. And that's not all. The group have also been able to design the world's first titanium macaw beak. The Animal Avengers have now set up a crowdfunding page to enable them to make even more animal prosthetics. This may prove vital to their ongoing success because, up until now, They've been paying for most of the procedures themselves. Writing on their generosity.com page, the group explained, "We have often struggled to cover our traveling expenses and pay for costly surgical equipment, which means we have to make heartbreaking decisions about whether we can afford to save an animal's life." They added, "With your help, we could change that awful dilemma and start to plan a brighter future for injured creatures, not only in Brazil, but in the rest of the world. It's a very worthy cause, indeed."